What is up, my fellow G1ers? Let's get weird with 1989's oddball figure, Octopunch. He was one of the trio of small pretenders, including Bludgeon and Stranglehold, that did not feature at all on television, neither in the cartoon or a commercial. But he was featured in Marvel Comics. Now, Octopunch's claim to fame in Marvel Comics was the fact he shot the Transformers god Primus in the face. Yes, he shot a god in the face. It was a ricochet, but he shot a god in the face. Other than that, Octopunch was just a background character that you never saw hardly any in the comics, just as I said, in the background. He never really did anything except issue 80. He featured a little bit. He was leading a squad of Decepticons to hunt down some Autobots, and then just disappeared. You didn't see him again. Now, he's coming out this year with the Power of the Primes line as a small Titan Master figure. But we're not too concerned about that. We're here to talk about G1. So welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews, Transformers Generation 1, Octopunch.
An octopus can change its skin.
Check, check.
Match whatever place it's in.
Check, check.
He can change from big to small because he has no bones at all. He squeezes into tiny spaces. That is how he hides inside surprising places.
That's right.
Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, Octopunch is a pretender. Therefore, he is a transformer hiding within this robot shell. And this is a very cool robot shell. It's nautical, hence the name Octopunch. He's got his breathing apparatus, an awesome little skull belt, molded kind of like an octopus. You can see the tentacles attached to his arms. They don't move. Actually, the only movement the figure has is the up and down movement of his arm. Now, original G1 comes with a white gun, but in the comics, he was featured with a trident. So I went on eBay, did a search for action figure trident, and got this. Not sure what it's from, but it looks really cool in Octopunch's hand. Now, another little added thing that I did for mine, if you can see the glare in his faceplate, once I take the helmet off, now the original character didn't have this. He just had a gaping hole here. Oh, it's nice and tight. But what I did was I took a piece of water bottle and attached it with some packing tape. So that way I didn't damage the G1 toy, but modified a little bit to my liking. Now, once you take the helmet off, you can focus in on his noggin a little bit. Now, he could really use some paint apps. The only thing he has colored in is his eyes, and that's it. The rest of him is that maroon color. But if this will focus, he has a metal plate on his head. Now, if they colored that in silver or chrome, that would have looked awesome, along with these earpieces on each side and his tusks. But he definitely has a face only a mother, well, I don't even think a mother could love that. Anyway, that pretty much does it for the robot shell. Now, he's a pretender. Pretenders hide the transformer inside. So what we do is we split him apart at the seams, which will release the inner robot. Now, the gun just fell out, but you can actually store the robot's little gun in the shell as well in that peg hole. So let's take the shell, put that back together. We'll put the helmet back on. And the helmet pretty much locks him in place. Now, on the back of the shell is these purple legs. So you remove those for the inner robot mode. He's pretty much in robot mode now. You just have to flip this switch up to reveal the head. Now, I took some liberties upon the inner bot as well. He had no paint applications whatsoever. He was just orange and brown. So I just added some Repro Labels scraps and gave him a chrome belt and just some little accent pieces here and there, including a teeny tiny Decepticon symbol. Now his gun doesn't go in his hand, unfortunately. It hooks onto his shoulder. I think that's kind of lame. So what I do is I take the... Well, let me show you this after a while. Let me show you how to transform him into beast mode. Really simple. Please follow along. You lay him down like so. Move the legs out. Make sure that arm's out of the way. And angle them. There is the robot claws. Here is the robot legs. You got to make sure and match up which side goes to where. Actually, I think I've got them backwards. I did. So once you have those matched up and put in, there is his transformation. Oh, push the head in. There's his transformation to beast mode. Of course, you can put the gun on top of the crab. And there we go. That is Octopunch's beast mode. He's an octopus guy that turns into a crab. The pinchers is just the legs that open in the back with a solid piece behind, so it doesn't even look like a claw. Now, what I was saying earlier, how I like to put him in robot mode. Let's do this difficult transformation again. Straighten the legs out, punch the head up, and I display him just like that. I think he looks a lot better than just having that gun attached to his arm. Now, if you want to hunt down an Octopunch, keep in mind you want to try and get this guy complete. Otherwise, you're going to look for one set of legs, the little brown gun, the inner robot, the helmet, the white gun, and both halves of the Pretender shell. Now, another thing to note, these little claws, most of the ones you find on the secondary market have the little tab on the inside snapped off. But anyway, there you have Generation 1 Octopunch. Now, to be honest, this is a cool figure. At least this shell is. The robot mode, not so much. So as a G1 collector, do I recommend him? Only really if you're a completionist and you want to get them all. He is going to run you some bucks though, with all his little pieces and parts. But he does look good with the rest of his Mayhem attack squad of Bludgeon and Stranglehold, if you can find all of them and in decent shape. So guys, I appreciate you watching my videos. Ask that you give me a like or subscribe to my channel. I have lots of figures to go over, and I love talking about G1. So once again, Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!
We're done with our mission.
Octonauts at ease.
Until the next adventure.